Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, very welcome. My name is Yeva and today I want to share with you a Yin Yoga session. So if you have practiced with me in the past, you know how much I love a movement exploration, muscle activation and using blocks to spice the practice up. But this time we will do the complete opposite. So we will passively hold the positions for a couple of minutes. There will be no muscle activation and we will also support ourselves with some pillows, blocks if you have. So grab some pillows, 2-4 pillows, whatever you have nearby, as they will be quite handy. You can also take a blanket and then put a blanket on top of your yoga mat. So then it's soft and cozy and it feels nicer for your knees as well. Once you have all these things ready, come back to your yoga mat and let's get started. Ready? So with a soft blanket on top of your yoga mat, some pillows. Also, you can leave the socks, you're warm and cozy. We will start laying on our bellies with a pec stretch. So when we lay on the ground, you will keep your right arm bent 90 degrees and the elbow will be in line with your shoulder. The right shoulder will stay on the ground and we will twist to open our body to the left side. And then the idea is to feel the stretch in this part. So in your chest, in your pecs. Whenever you're ready, lay down and let's meet there. You can also have a pillow to put underneath your head. And when you go into the stretch, don't go 100% because we will be holding it for a few minutes. So make sure it's a sweet spot. So we don't want any pain. Try to go with 70 or 80% only, okay? So your left hand can gently support you. If that's comfortable, you could stay on your right hip, perhaps the left leg bent, and you put the left leg down on the ground, or keep the left leg bent as well. And then what I like to do is I support myself with the left hand. And then I don't go too deep, but I find a nice sweet spot on the right side. You can close your eyes. And try to allow your muscles to soften and to relax down into the yoga mat. Just melting. Continuing to breathe, calm, soft, gentle breaths through the nose. And we will stay here for 3 more cycles of breath. Calm inhalations, calm exhalations. When you're finished with your 3 breaths, slowly come out of a pose into the neutral position. So our neutral position will be on the belly. You can put your hands one on top of the other and rest your head, your forehead on top of your hands. And in the neutral position, we will stay for 20 or so seconds and we will simply observe the body, how it feels to come out of a posture. We will simply be doing nothing. Let's do one more cycle in the neutral position, one more cycle of breath through your nose. And then we will go to the other side. So remember your arm, left arm, cactus. Left shoulder stays on the ground. Left elbow is in line with your left shoulder. Left hand is down. And then we will gently twist our body towards the right side, making ourselves as comfortable as we can. Perhaps supporting ourselves with the right hand. And with your legs, try to find a comfortable position. So now I have my legs bent. Sometimes people like to bend or lift the right knee up and then lower the right foot down, or to keep the right toes. Somehow at this moment I prefer to keep both of the legs bent, and this way I can relax more. And now in this position, once again, simply being, doing nothing, breathing through the nose. Remember, allow your head to gently rest on the ground or on the pillow, and allow your muscles to soften. With every exhalation you make. Continue to breathe while you are in this position. Not forcing the breath, just allowing your breath to flow calmly, naturally. In through your nose and out through your nose. Let's stay in this position for 3 more breaths. So once again, calm inhalations through the nose, calm exhalations. Once you're finished with your 3 cycles of breath, let's meet in the neutral position, super slowly. Imagine that you're moving in this really like a slow motion, slowly coming back onto your belly. You choose where you would like your hands to go. So maybe by the side of the body this time. Maybe your head rests, continues to rest on the pillow. So the neutral position, also called Rebound in Yin Yoga. Breathing and observing how the body is feeling. Let's stay one more cycle of breath in our rebound position. And then we will meet in the Sphinx Pose. So once again in the slow motion, help yourself with your hands. Your elbows will go underneath your shoulders and your elbows will be bent 90 degrees. What I like to do is to put the pillow underneath my chest, underneath my ribs, and then I also like to put a block underneath my forehead. So try to find the block. Again, calm movements, slowly coming back. So the block underneath your forehead, elbows underneath your shoulders, and your elbows bent 90 degrees. Over here again, we will passively hold the position, so we will collapse, and then the shoulders will come towards your ears, and then we will rest the forehead down onto the block. Perhaps you might want to put the block on one side, so not like this, but like that, and then it will be slightly softer for your forehead. So find a comfortable position. Another option would be to put a couple of pillows underneath your chest. So you observe, you explore which option feels good. And then let's meet there. Let's stay for 3 more cycles of breath in our Sphinx Pose, passive Sphinx Pose. And once you're finished with those, let's come out of the pose. So slowly moving the block away, maybe lowering it down. And from this position, we will meet in a melting heart. So put your hands underneath your shoulders. We will lift ourselves up. Your hips will be above your knees. And we will stretch the armpits. So we will melt the heart down. Over here, you might want to put a couple of pillows underneath your chest or your belly. So you will decide where you'd like to place them. And then we will extend, of course, the pillows are optional. And then we will extend our arms forward as if you'd like to stretch your armpits. Over here, an option is to put the block underneath your forehead, if that feels good, but maybe without the block you would prefer. So you choose. And then we will relax the forehead down onto the ground, and we will stay here for 7 breaths, 7 cycles of breaths. Last cycle of breath in the melting heart. And super slowly, let's come out of the pose. So help yourself with your hands. Perhaps move the pillows away as we will meet once again in the neutral position. So to feel the effects of the posture. So extend your legs back behind you. You decide what you want to do with your arms, maybe hands together, rest your forehead on your hands. And let's stay here for a couple of moments. One more cycle of breath in the rebound, in the neutral position. And then with the help of your hands, in a slow motion, let's meet once again in the tabletop position. We will meet into the most intense, perhaps, position, form, posture in Yin Yoga, which is called the dragon. So first, let's move the left leg into the front of your yoga mat to the left side. Over here, you can decide like how deep you would like to go, how deep it feels good for you. And remember to support yourselves with different pillows, blocks, and also not to go 100% because we will be holding the position slightly longer than usual. So I will put some pillows, so I could put my forearms there. I also like to take the block and put the block underneath my forehead so I can rest my forehead and to relax my head as well. So a few options. You can stay on your forearms on top of the pillows. If you'd like to go deeper, no pillows, forearms down. Another option is to have the arms extended and almost like sagging into your shoulders, and then holding the head gently in the air. So several options over here. If knee doesn't feel nice, then fold the blanket even more or put the pillow underneath your right knee, and this will feel even nicer. So in your dragon, checking in with the body. How is the body feeling? How are you feeling in this moment? So Yin Yoga can be quite challenging to hold the positions for a longer period of time, to not do anything, to simply be, simply breathe. So there is this play with a slight discomfort, exploring the edge of the comfort and discomfort. And with your breathing, letting your nervous system know that you are safe in this moment, that you are where you're meant to be. Let's stay in our dragon for 3 more cycles of breath. And once you're finished with those, let's meet in the neutral position. So sliding perhaps first onto your right hip And then slowly, slowly shuffling your left leg back behind you. Perhaps if you had your pillows underneath, you move your pillows away. And then relax your head down onto the pillows or onto your yoga mat, into the neutral position to explore how the body is feeling now. One more cycle of breath. And then we meet to the other side. So hands perhaps underneath your shoulders, lifting yourself up into the tabletop. Moving your right leg into the front of your yoga mat to the right side. And over here, deciding where you'd like to put your props to be comfortable as it can be in this position. So I decide to put my pillow underneath my knee, then a block, and then on top I will put the pillows so I have it slightly higher, and then I will lower my forearms down. Another option, before I used the block to hold my forehead, but I could also use my fingers or my fist to hold my forehead. So I always like to relax my head as well in these positions. So using my hands for that. So find your position, and then we stay in stillness. Try not to move, try not to scratch yourself. Try to simply breathe and be in stillness in your dragon posture on the right side. Let's stay for 3 more cycles of breath. And once you're finished with those, we will slide into the neutral position. But this time, let's do the neutral position on our backs. So moving the props to the side, and then coming onto your back. Exploring how the body is feeling. And continuing to soften all the muscles down onto the yoga mat, onto the soft blanket. One more cycle of breath over here. Belly is expanding with inhalation. Belly is softening with exhalation. Bend your legs. Take your time. Then we will go into the spine twist. First, shuffle your hips to the left. And then few options, maybe with both knees bent or with the bottom leg, so right leg straight, left leg is bent, and then we twist to the right. Some people prefer with the legs bent. Somehow today I'm preferring it with the right leg straight. Then over here, put some pillows underneath your left knee. So give your left knee some support. And your right hand can gently rest on top of your left knee. So we meet in a spine twist. Check your left shoulder, that your left shoulder is also resting on the ground. And in this position, same as in all the other yin postures, allow your body to soften and just passively stay here, not using your muscles, not doing anything. In life, we are doing so many things every day, trying to be very productive, doing as many things as we can. But it's so special and important and nourishing to simply be, simply breathe, be in stillness. Not doing anything, but at the same time doing so much. For me, yin yoga is like this rest, wholesome, nourishing time for ourselves. Two more cycles of breath, calm inhalations through the nose, calm exhalations. Then again, taking your time, perhaps helping with your right hand to push your left leg back, meeting in the neutral position, so your back down onto the yoga mat, extending your legs, exploring the effects, how the body is feeling now. Last cycle of breath in our rebound position. And then moving to the other side. So I keep my left leg straight, right leg bent, moving first the hips to the right, and then shifting, spine twisting to the left. Keeping my right shoulder down on the ground And with the pillows goes underneath my right knee. Find your position, and then let's stay in those positions in stillness. It's so tempting to move. Our mind might want to invite us to scratch something, to fix a jumper or a t-shirt. But really allow yourself to simply be, exploring the stillness in the body. Exploring gentle breaths through the nose. Let's stay here in stillness for 3 more cycles of breath. And then let's come out of a pose using the same slow motion as we did before, and meeting in our final relaxation position, laying the back down onto the yoga mat, extending the legs. You could put your hands on top of the belly, so you could explore the belly rising with your inhalations and belly softening with exhalations. One more cycle of breath into stillness, into this final relaxation position. And then start to wiggle your toes, your fingers, inviting some movement into the body. You can make circles with the wrists and with your ankles. And perhaps if that feels good, extend your arms behind your head to stretch your whole body. And then hug your knees toward your chest. And roll to the left or to the right side of the body. So over here also taking your time. So try not to jump up from your yoga mat, but support yourself with your hand. Head is super heavy, your upper body is super heavy, but you're lifting yourself up into a seated position, supporting yourself. It's really beautiful to explore like how sometimes we just jump up from the yoga mat, but taking this time, meeting in the seated position. Extend your spine up towards the sky, lengthen, create space in your lungs to breathe oxygen by opening up your chest. So maybe you roll your shoulders up and down a few times. Maybe making some head moves. So maybe one ear towards your shoulder and then the other towards the other shoulder. Taking last inhalation over here in stillness. One breath in through the nose. And one breath out through the nose or through the mouth, whichever way you'd like now. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, so we are finished with today's Yin Yoga session. I hope it felt really nourishing and wholesome for your body and for your mind. And I would really be interested to know how it went. How is your experience? And have you ever done Yin Yoga before? If you have never done, also I would like to know down in the comments below. So share that with me. I would also really like to invite you to my summer yoga and movement retreat, which will take place in north of Spain. So the arrival airport is Barcelona or Girona. And I will put all the details in the description down below. So it would be really, really beautiful to connect in the real life. So make sure to check that out and let me know if you have any questions. I'm excited to read your comments about this Yin Yoga session. And I will see you next time, or you will see me next time for another yoga session here on my YouTube channel or in real life.